Before I started Kaiut Yoga, I felt scattered. I had a lot of energy, there was a lot of vibrancy, but it wasn't focused. It was kind of all over the place, and I felt pulled in different directions and didn't really have a way of grounding, of centering myself. And that is a major change that I feel now after doing Kaiut Yoga practice for almost a decade. Is I feel much more grounded, I feel centered, I have a calmness underneath. There's still lots of energy and vibrancy and very dynamic life, but at the center of that there's a stillness that I can use. It's like a reservoir that I can always just tap into, go back to, and refocus myself, and I just feel much healthier than I did before starting this practice. And physically, I'm one of those highly flexible people, and so I didn't feel a lot of rigidity in my body like a lot of people do who come to this practice. I was very flexible, very mobile, but I also had this pattern where I would get a debilitating back injury once every year, once every couple years. It actually started to increase in frequency the older I got, where I would be laid out for 3 weeks. I didn't know when it was coming. It would just happen all of a sudden, and then I couldn't do anything. And so even though it wasn't all the time, every once in a while it had such an impact on my life that it was really scary, because I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't have any tools. All I could do was medicate for the pain. Yeah, it was awful. And that's the other thing that this practice has given me, is the peace of mind that, first of all, it hasn't happened now in, I think it was 8 years ago, the last time it happened. It actually happened while I was studying, while I was practicing with Francisco, which was perfect because he was there. He was right there, and he got me through it, and I learned how to do it, how to manage it when it does happen. And so the next time it happened, I could manage it with the tools that he had given me through this practice. And then from then on, I could feel if it was coming, and I could do work in my hips to avoid it completely. And now it's been years, it hasn't happened, and I didn't realize how much it had affected me before, because I was always operating with that fear. And now I know that no matter what happens, because shit happens, life happens, and it could be a car accident or a fall or any number of physical things, but now I have the peace of mind of knowing that whatever happens, I have the tools, I have the method, and that I'll be able to get through it really constructively. So that's a tremendous peace of mind. The biggest transformation that I've noticed in my life is the ability to be at ease in discomfort. Before doing Kaiut Yoga, I was very much a people pleaser. I had to make sure everyone was happy. That was my role in my family. If I thought anyone might need something, I was always trying to fix everything before anything was wrong. And I really missed out on so much, because a lot of times the magic happens when there is discomfort, when there's some kind of friction, when there's something there, and allowing that to be and playing out and going from that. And there was never room for that in my life before. And that's the biggest change for me now. Now I can much more patient, much more calm, and I am okay with discomfort, both my own, discomfort, but also social discomfort, which is just hugely transformative. My husband, who you just interviewed, he likes to really get into things and to talk with people and to talk about things that aren't necessarily easy, or PC. It can be like inflammatory. And at first I would grab his arm. I'm like, oh my God, please stop, because I get embarrassed, right? And And so literally now I can just, that's him, and I embrace him, and I can embrace him for who he is. It helps our relationship. And then it's allowed space because he's brilliant. And when he talks, and first it rubs up against, but then it allows for people to get to new layers of understanding with each other, for us to learn new things from other people, for other people to hear different perspectives from him and from us. And there's just so much that has come from being able to sit quietly with the discomfort and let it play out, let it play through. That's totally different in my life. That's the biggest thing I notice, and it's been such a wonderful gift. That's part of what coming together, the practice itself is so powerful, but part of coming together and getting to practice in a group is that everyone is facing something. Everyone is doing this very deep work. It takes a tremendous amount of courage to go into ourselves, both into the physical pain and then into all the other pain that's stored in our bodies, to try to unravel it and reconstruct ourselves in a more effective, more optimal way. So it's true, everyone here is doing that, and you can feel it. The journey of Kaiut Yoga in one sentence. I guess I would describe it as, for me, it's the ultimate journey within. A lot of people, we're traveling, we're here in Brazil. People have been asking if we're going to other places, where we're going, where are we going? And we didn't make any other plans because for us, coming to Brazil, that was the first step, but really because this is all a journey inside. It's a journey within. That's what Kaiut Yoga is for me.